That's huge.
Well, good morning, we're back out on the banks. It's me and Barry today, we're down the river for a change. Not been down here for a little while, so we thought we'd come have a bash down here. Both got the usual 2 deadbait rods, but on one of mine this time I'm trying some lamprey. Never used it before. Obviously it is a very, very good bait, but I've just never used it. One, because I thought it was too expensive to buy when you can buy, you know, your roach and your bream for next to nothing online. So me and Barry went to a tackle shop the other day because I wanted to look at a new bivvy, and I saw that they had some in the fridge, well the freezer, and it wasn't too expensive, so I thought why not, I'll buy some. I knew we were coming down river, I thought I'd give them a go. You know, because I've never used it, it's, as soon as I took it out of the packet, you know, it's oozing with blood, which is obviously a very, very good thing in the water for the pike. We've turned up this morning, we got here about 7 o'clock, it was still dark. Both managed to get us rods in, and just as it's getting light, the silverfish activity is absolutely mental. I've never seen, especially down here anyway. I have, excuse me, when I caught that 22 pounder last January, when I got down here there were loads of silverfish activity, but as I cast out, you could see it move sort of towards the middle of the river, but it's literally all over all 4 rods. It's nuts. It's quite good to see, to be fair, and obviously that will draw the pike in as well. You know, fish jumping about. That's if, you know, they're not just held up somewhere, which hopefully they're not, because it's not too cold. It hasn't been that cold the past couple of days neither, so with a bit of luck we managed to get a couple of river pike out today. Spotted my new Predator Pursuits terminal tackle hat, which turned up in the post the other day after I made a nice little order. So I've got a few bits of theirs to show you as well a little bit later on, but for now I'm just going to get the flask out, have a warm drink, and yeah, fingers crossed within the next couple of hours one of us will have a monster river pike to show you. Somewhat we're playing with lamprey then. Come on. Pick it back up. Hope it's not nicked the bait. Are you in?
Yeah.
Didn't take too long, did it?
No, not really.
Hopefully it's that beast you saw earlier.
I just saw it float, just bobbing a little bit.
I thought it were you.
Eh?
I thought it were you.
Not big, but at least a bit.
Oh, that's it. What was that on?
Mackerel.
Mackerel. Don't want to be netted. Well, dodgy netting skills. It's not too bad, you know. Quite thick on top, isn't it? No, is it? It is now. See what she goes then.
is it?
Just shy of 15.
That's alright.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice lump, is that? Down to Sull. Well, a good start for Barry. Nice pike, just under £15 caught on a mackerel. Said float were bobbing her once or twice and then it stopped, and then bobbed a couple more times, started paying off some line and off it went. So nice start. I think I had some pick up the lamprey and then just drop it. Unfortunately that never turned into anything. So yeah, fingers crossed. There's a few more in the making. Be nice to get a couple of piece, but obviously you just never know. I think we are due some rain later, so it does say light rain, but you never know with the British weather because it's absolutely terrible, especially this time of year. It's up and down. Luckily we've not had much rain the past couple of days, so the river levels are pretty good. It's not absolutely steaming through like it can do, so yeah, we'll keep going. It is a little bit windy, which does make it feel a bit colder, especially on your hands, but the rod that I've got the lamprey on, I've just popped it up to see if that makes a bit of a difference. Now the last sight, well, the first time I fished here rather, which was last January when I had my personal best 22.4. That was on a popped up Joey mackerel, I think, if memory serves me right. Now what was happening, I popped it up not long after it went, so I thought I'll try that again. Might work, it might not, I don't know. But you got to try put these little things in your, try things to put stuff in your favour. But yeah, up to now, good start. Still only early, it's only just gone 9 o'clock I think, so still got plenty of time. Oh, and Barry said earlier he just stood up to pick his rod up to bring it in and have a recast, and he said he spooked a pike and he said it were absolutely ginormous. He said almost twice that one what he caught. I know they are quite difficult to see what size they are in the water and stuff, but if it was twice the size of that is one hell of a fish, which I know obviously both of us would love to catch. But yeah, keep going, keep these crossed, and fingers crossed there'll be a few more to show you. So while I've got my rods in, I thought I'd just show you how I set my rods up for dead baiting. So not going to go through the hardware, but £65 braid, probably a little bit excessive, but when you're fishing the rivers and canals there's quite a lot of snags, so if you do manage to get snagged up, this isn't going to break. So if you're pulling, you are just going to bend your hook, which you can then just change. So I start off with a little stop knot. That's just to set the depth down to your lead. I fish it slightly over depth so you can have your float laid flat on the surface of the water, and then obviously as you get a run you're going to see this start bobbing. So from the float that's down to a little buff bead, and that just goes over the swivel. So this bit has actually changed to how I set it up. So now I've started using up traces. This is a £100 SS Flex from Predator Pursuit's terminal tackle. It's a pretty new product for them as well. So I've started to use these. These have two benefits. One, well the main one really, and it's probably rare that it happens, but if a pike picks up your bait, and I don't know, maybe this could be sat up, and when it strikes, if you haven't got this on, it could potentially bite through your braid or your mono, whatever you use. So this is one to protect you getting bitten off. Very rare, I know, but it does happen. And also it protects the fish against your braid if it flanks or rolls onto your line. This is super soft, super fish friendly, so it's not going to damage the fish in any way. And on there, if you can see, there's a run ring and then a lead, and then that comes down to a little clip, and then I've got my wire trace, which is about 20 inches long, this one, 2 size 4 hooks, and then I've got a roach on there today. Again, the traces are Predator Pursuits, and I know I mentioned in a previous video, but these traces are absolutely bulletproof, and I'm pretty sure this SS Flex for your up trace is absolutely the same. Like I said, I've used traces in the past where you catch a fish, you know, and you go to put your rods back out, and your trace, it's all kinked, and it's, you know, it's not very good, and then you have to put a new trace on. And again, another thing that I really like about these traces is the split rings for your hooks. So like I said, with a 65-pound braid, if you end up bending a hook, it's super simple just to take the bent hook off or treble and put a new one on. They're absolutely bulletproof. I'm not getting paid to say this, I've bought these out of my own money. I use products what I think are going to be the best what I can use, and that's why I'm obviously showing you today. So yeah, I've been using this trace since about November. I've caught, you know, quite a good couple of fish on him. This trace is probably the same trace that I used from when I bought it. You get a pack of 3. Again, I keep them rolled up in a rig bin, and then when you unravel them, you know, they're not still a bit bent and rolled or whatever. They're absolutely dead straight. All the traces are handmade or hand tied by the owner of the company. You can get them in many different sizes. I think you can even get a custom size trace if you contact them. The up traces, again, are handmade or hand tied. They don't just do traces, they do floats, other bits of tackle. I believe there's a mat and a sling coming out. Do merchandise. There's split ring pliers, hooks, you name it, they do it. And they have just launched a new website, which I will leave a link to the description. Leave a link in the description if you want to go check that out. But honestly, I use these products with 100% confidence that A, I'm going to catch the fish safely, and 2, I'm not going to lose it. So if you're in the market for some more terminal tackle, go check out their website. So we've had a bit of a move up the river. It seemed to go dead where we started off, where Barry had that first fish. So we've moved up a bit, found a bit of an area where the water's much slacker. We tried one area before here and it was just so shallow, like a really shallow ledge. So we were there half an hour, and I got up and had a bit of a wander round like one of the bends on the rivers, and just sort of to this margin where, well, this bank where we're fishing from, it was really flat calm. So we've come round here, we've plotted up, both casters rods out. I'm just hoping that there's going to be some pike around here. I'm on a bit of a blanking spree at the minute. I haven't caught a fish in I ain't caught one this year yet, so I need to break that duck at some point. Hopefully it'll be today with a nice big river pike, but you never know. I'll take any at the minute, just one, just to get me off the mark. Obviously Barry had that lovely fish earlier, just shy of £15 or so. I'd have certainly been more than happy to catch that myself, but it's always nice to catch. Nice to see other people catch as well. So yeah, it's about 12 o'clock dinner time-ish, so we've still got a couple of hours. It started to rain, but it's only light rain, so it's not too bad. I'm just hoping that there's going to be a couple of pike around here and one of us will get something else. So yeah, I'll keep you updated as we go along. Dropped it. Yeah, definitely. At last. I'll get down there with you in a minute to net it. Don't matter.
Oh, that's coming easy. Silly.
At last, another fish for Barry. Probably 6-7 pounds, something like that. We ended up spending a couple hours down river. Nothing was happening, so we came back to the original spots where we was this morning. Been here about an hour maybe. And the same rod, or the rod that we're in this position where Barry caught earlier, that rod's gone again. I just saw him out the corner of my eye dive out of his chair. I was just redoing one of my rods and it were away. 6-7 poundish on the mackerel again. So yeah, it's about 3 o'clock now I think, so not got much daylight left, probably got about till 4:30, 4:45, maybe 5 o'clock if we're lucky. So fingers crossed I can get one before we go home, but if not, doesn't matter, it's always nice to get out on the bank, innit? I was going to come tomorrow, but I think the UK is set for a massive storm. You know, it's going to be like 50 odd mile an hour winds apparently. Might not be, I don't know. So we'll see in the morning, and I might make another one in, but don't know yet. Be nice, would be nice to. I'd probably come back here as well, to be fair. But yeah, like I say, we'll see in the morning. So, but I want one today. That's it, home time. Unfortunately, another blank for me, but Barry's had those 2 fish, and then the jammy gets off to Tenerife tomorrow for 12 days to get out of this cold and miserable weather. So again, if you like any content on this channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, do what you want. Don't forget to check out those memberships if you haven't already. Probably be back out next week. I've got a few bits to do tomorrow, so I'm going to give it a miss. So yeah, until next time, I'll see you later.